Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Link is just looking like nervously about him here, which he really has no cause to. If anything, like here in the forest temple, he's in his natural habitat, you know? If anything. And it's nice that we of course, like, once just wouldn't be enough. If anything, it's like nice that we're in like like the atmosphere of this temple. Is what I was trying to say. The forest temple is just really cool in that it's like one of those ones where you have the sense of like being outside and inside. Like I've always loved those dungeons where you kind of have these brief periods where you get to go outside. They feel like it feels like it's such a novelty, you know? Especially compared to like the older Zelda games, and where the older Zelda games where like you just felt like you were inside in this pit the whole time, like you were inside in this like really a dungeon. Like I know dungeon is like a, here we go, it's like Kerplunk or Lion King or something like that. Or not Kerplunk, Tumbling Monkeys is what I'm trying to say. Kerplunk is like a completely different game. But it always feels like such a novelty to be able to venture outside, at least for part of the dungeon. Is there like a bombable part in here? Just wondering, cause like, yeah, here, isn't it? As I said, these are like your bomb flowers in this game. But they're actually like some weird looking enemy like you'd see in Pikmin. Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I have like a memory of Uko, or Otho, being in here. There he is. With her whiz titties all hanging out. Phew, out at last. And she looks like Tilda Swinton or something like that is what her face looks like. It's like, seriously, that's who they'd get to play Uko or Uku or Otho in a movie. Gracious, once I got in there, I couldn't squeeze back out. You were a big help, thanks. And just wait till you see her like weird little son as well. I don't think that we're going to see him unless we actually use him. I've been looking for something in here, you see. Gracious, yes. You must need something here too. Shall we try working together for a while, fellow adventurer? I can even warp you out of here if you want to leave. You'll be able to come back to the same room anytime you want. I can be quite helpful, you see. So don't think of me as a burden. Now, let's get started. We got Uku. I'm OOCCOO, which is a palindrome, by the way. A weird looking Tilda Swinton titty bird or titty poodle or whatever. And yeah, you basically use her like an item, and it's the equivalent of I suppose it's kind of similar to similar in concept to Pharaoh's Wind, I guess, in that it'll allow you to like set a marker and then return to that spot, I guess. But really, as far as I remember now, I don't remember using her all that much, to be perfectly honest. These guys are like the big kahuna burgers. They look like some sort of like T-Rex or something like that. There's like some like a horror movie or something where I like remember they crossed the, or was that like an episode of Batman with Poison Ivy in it or something? Where there were like plants with reptile DNA or something, if I remember right. Well, that's not going to work. Need to like remember the timing on this. They really are like a very Pikmin looking enemy, aren't they? blow up this Vileplume looking thing. Well, no, it's not really like Vileplume, it's like Vileplume on a bad day. It's like Vileplume's bad hair day or something like that. But, what was I going to say? I was, like, saying something. Oh, yeah, Uku. Or Otho or something. Otho. Like, Otho's robe. As far as I understood, even though I didn't really use Uku when I played this game. Whoa. You could, like, let's say for example you were inside in a dungeon and then you ran out of arrows or something like that. That's like such a banal, boring example or whatever. Plus, who would ever do that? Like, you run out of arrows, so you, like, go to all the trouble of, like, leaving the dungeon. It's like, that's not gonna happen. But anyway, let's just say, for argument's sake, you run out of arrows. Well, what you do... Whoa, leave me alone. I don't need you in my life right now. Let's say for argument's sake, you ran out of arrows. Well, you could go back into... You could go back into the... You could go back into the... You could, like, use Uku. She'll teleport you out of the dungeon. And then if you use her again, she'll return you to the room that you were in when you used her. So it is kind of like similar to using Pharaoh's Wind in that respect, I guess. And I think this is one of those rooms where we can't do everything yet, as far as I know. As you can gather, our goal here is to rescue all of these monkeys at some point. Because we're going to need their help in order to, progress in the dungeon. And it really is like the Lion King. It's like I mentioned it in passing earlier, but it's like the Lion King, where the Lion, and when I say it's like the Lion King, it's like the Lion King game. Okay, so there's one under there, one under there, and one under there. One under there. Can I just, like, walk in here now? No, I can't. Yeah, you see, this is why we need the, those guys, basically, if you go on the tile where they're lurking under, obviously they're going to, attack you, so you want to kind of look for where they're lurking and just not go on that tile. So where's my other lamp that I need to light here? Or is there another lamp? It's like, of course I have to show my, like, my lack of knowledge for what to do in this game. Well, it's right there. How did I not even see it? But yeah, when I say it's like the Lion King, it's like the Lion King game, which I played on the Sega Mega Drive, which, like, I don't even, like, I rented that game out several times, right? And I don't even, like, and I never got past that level. For those of you who don't know, there's like, for those of you who don't know, like, the Lion King game for the Sega Mega Drive, and I'm pretty sure it's, like, the same one that there was for the, it's the same one that there was for the Super Nintendo as well. Like, there was, like, the same, just like the Aladdin game, which was actually quite good, but as well hard. I think, like, all those games were, like, really difficult for kids who just wanted to play a game that was the game of the movie they liked to watch, you know? The Lion King game, the first level is pretty bland. Like, you basically just go from the bottom of the screen up to the top. Like, that's literally what you do. You go from the bottom of the screen up to the top, and that's the end of the level. The second level of the game, though, is like supposed to be like following, like it's supposed to be based on the section of the movie where they like sing, where Simba sings "Just Can't Wait to Be King" or whatever. And what's happening here? What is happening here? It's like dancing on the ceiling. That's one thing we're not going to be doing in this game. Well, no, actually we are. Jeez, what am I talking about? We do get to dance on the ceiling. This is like one of the only Zelda games we even get to do that. So what are we doing here? Am I even like fighting this the way I'm supposed to be fighting this? I feel like I was supposed to be doing something completely different to fight him. I was just like following my instincts. Like that's the part of the film that the second level of the game is, right? So it's like it's pretty much like there are like certain sections that are almost like that are almost like a scroller, really, where you're riding on this ostrich, right? You're riding on this ostrich and you have to like trust your reflexes to like jump over logs or duck logs and all of this crap, right? And it's actually really difficult. And then you get to these sections where you have to swing on these, like, where you have to swing on these rhinoceroses' tails, and you also have to, like, stand on giraffes' heads, and you also have to swing on monkeys. Like, the monkeys will throw you around is what'll happen, right? So, the monkeys throw you around, they, and they'll, like, throw you to one another, and, can I, like, is over there where I'm supposed to go? Like, over there to the, like, instead of going back into the main room, am I supposed to go up here? I think. Or am I supposed to go back into the main room? I can't... No, I don't. I'm not. I'm supposed to go down to where where whatever it is, that duck monkey, that hairy behemoth, took out the bridge. So yeah, they're like monkeys and they're different colors, right? Because it's the Lion King, so everything's all colorful. And like some of them will throw you one way and some of them will throw you the other, and there's like a way that you can like roar at them to make them like change the you can roar at them to make them change the direction that they'll throw you, and it's like, but sometimes if you just like pick the wrong monkey or you go the wrong way or something like that, you'll just die. And like I could not understand like how you're supposed to figure out which monkey is the right one to throw you, like which monkey is the right monkey to get on and stuff like that. It's like, it was impossible for me to figure out and led to so much frustration, and that's why I never got past the like the first like the second level of that Lion King game, which is like the reason why I do not understand why I actually persisted in renting it out more than once, because you'd think you'd rent it out once, see that it was like not that great and you were never going to finish it, and then just never rent it out again. But apparently I just didn't get the message. Spankety spank. Ugh. He really looks scary. Like he looks like there's something very strange. He's like Cranky Kong or something like that. But yeah, this hairy behemoth is going to be our first mini boss battle. So yeah, basically what the idea is pretty simple. you want to like knock him off, and so that he exposes his smacked arse, his like spankety, and he's pretty big, Jesus. It's like when you actually see him like next to Link, you realize that he's like actually like a really big monkey. It's like you wouldn't have expected that. And the music in this part is like really like, it's like really like Majora's Mask-esque or something like that in some parts of it. Like it reminds me of like reminds me of like that it reminds me of like this like, what's the part I'm trying to think of? Oh, it reminds me of like the final boss music. Do you know, like the final boss music where like there's this weird like kooky sort of music where Majora's Mask is just like wandering around a room. That's the like part that it reminds me of. Oh look, without that spider on your head, you only look marginally less horrific. Cranky Kong. Go back to sitting on your like lazy boy recliner and giving shit to Donkey Kong. That's your real job, not staying in here in the Forest Temple giving shit to me. I am the Fairy of Winds who resides in this boomerang. Thank you for releasing me. Please take it with you. Use it to aid my quest. If you focus power in your boomerang before releasing it, it will unleash the power of wind. Yeah, do not expect me to have the same love affair with the boomerang in this game that I had in Wind Waker, or even like Ocarina of Time for that matter. Like, it's just, it's alright. I bet even the monkey should be satisfied now. Okay, let's continue climbing this or combing this place. Found something good, so let's keep searching places we haven't looked yet. It's like she acts like she doesn't know what we're looking for here. But yeah, do not expect me to have the same love affair with the boomerang in this game as I had in Wind Waker. Like, oh, that's gonna be weird, like aiming it like that. Oh, do I really have to like do this like 10 times? I should like put this on a different button than or. Or is probably like the very worst button I could have it on. And like swap it with the lantern. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yeah, like the boomerang in this game, it just, as far as I remember anyway, it doesn't have the same like stunning capability. Well, yeah, in more ways than one, it doesn't have the same like stunning capability as in Wind Waker. Like, look, I'll use it on this guy. Oh wait, no, I won't. It's like, it does stun them a little bit and then it like takes them aback. But like, no more than like anything else, if you know what I mean. Like, no more than like hitting them with anything would stun them, you know? So it's not like Wind Waker where you can like, maybe I should like experiment with it more actually, because I feel like this is one of those situations where I just like didn't give it a fair chance. Like yeah, maybe I'll get some cash, you know, like they'll probably just pay me peanuts is what'll happen. Like, look, it doesn't even, like, kill this piece. It's like, what's the point? You can't even, like, kill a, You can't even, like, kill a bat with it in one hit. It's like, who cares then, you know? But maybe I was just, like, spoiled by Is the wind not going to, like, blow? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no! Well, look, I got greedy. Well, no, I didn't get greedy, I just got impatient. I was like, is the wind not going to change here? As you can see, what we're, like, doing here is we're just, like, changing the direction that certain ones of the platform are facing, because they're not in sync with each other. So, like, no matter which way the wind is blowing, they're not going to line up with each other so that we can cross. So that's pretty much self-explanatory, but I guess I was just spoiled from I guess I was just spoiled by Wind Waker in that oh well, I should, like, go do this now before I forget. Get that other piece of heart. I was spoiled by Wind Waker because, first of all, I loved the game so much, and now we can, like, fight these guys. Whoa! Or I can just, like, go into the water. I was gonna say, now we can fight these weird, like, worm guys. Whoa, okay, stop knocking me into the water like that. We need to be paying more attention. Yeah, basically that's what I'm going to be doing in this, it's not even worth my while killing these things. Can I finish this thought about Wind Waker without being distracted by giant worms crawling out of the ground, or, like, flopping all over the place, or knocking me into the water and stuff? So it's already like a 22-minute video, which I promised I wouldn't be doing. Well, there we go. I guess I had to end this video on a low note after all. But yeah, I was spoiled by Wind Waker because you could just, it was just broken. Like, the boomerang in that game, like, broken is the only word for it. There's, like, it was just, like, you could do anything with it. There were so many enemies that you could kill in, if not one, then 2 hits, you know? Keese, you can kill them in 1 hit. The Boko Babas, kill them in 2 hits. The Cargo Rocks, you know, like the birds, kill them in 2 hits, you know? You can just do everything. It's just like, it was just like, that's not what I wanted to do, but I guess now, well, I can show you off something else that you can do with this. So you can, like, target the bomb, and then you can target that wall and blow it up, so you turn the boomerang into an explosive boomerang. I guess that's, like, a cool thing that you can do with it. Wasn't I supposed to be, like, finishing this video, by the way? Was that not an aim that I had just, like, not 1 minute ago? Jesus, like, more fool me. I guess I will finish the video, so thank you very much for watching this part of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with me, RockPaperMario. In the next part, we are going to continue in the Forest Temple, and maybe even finish it up, actually. We're making really, like, quick progress here, so thank you, and bye now.